Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for everyone who hits that like button and hits that subscribe button, and remember to hit that notification bell. It helps to support the channel, helps the channel to grow. Now we're going to give you a little message from Spirit for the week. So a weekly message. For those of you who need to hear it, if it does not resonate, if the message is not for you, I'm just trying to get out as many different aspects and situations and messages and validations for as many different situations or the collectives that I can. So let's see what this weekly message is from Spirit that you need to know to help you through the energy of the week, or understand what's going on. Okay, choose wisely. So there might be some choices to be made today. Have patience, okay? So they're asking you to really think about your decisions, okay? And as you can see, there's many different paths here. So this is for people who are currently making decisions or have many paths or directions they could go into. Or I'm also getting, confusion. We can have too many choices. It is the 7 card, so that does represent some spiritual aspects or a spiritual journey or a spiritual or karmic lesson that could come in those choices. So do choose, take the time, take the patience, okay? Go inward. It might be a week to go inward, and because there is going to be disruption. And I would say you probably are already feeling that disruption because of these choices that you know you need to make. So you're currently in that energy, or that energy is coming in for you this week. Now, disruption is also about a dismantling of beliefs. If we look at this picture, someone is changing. Maybe you're not the same person. Maybe you, your foundations, your beliefs, your structured self. See, this is a very structured self is changing or coming undone. So that could be why you are confused about choosing a direction. And sometimes we need that patience or to go inward to make the changes, because we've got so much internal disruption which creates our external disruption. Now the interesting thing is here, that card is 16, that is a 7, and we have in the middle we have a 5. So that's change. So definitely this is an energy more moving towards directions. You need to choose wisely, because it is a big decision, but the disruption is because you have changed internally, or your beliefs, or your foundations, or what you want. So that could bring the confusion about the direction. But know this, 2 7s and a 5, that is a spiritual awakening. That card wants to come out, the waiting game. Fell on top of the choose wisely. So they're asking you to spend a bit of reflection time. Yeah, this definitely is about finances and material changes. So these are paths and directions, and these represent paths that you will commit to, because there is a ring on this person's hand, and the hand represents the future. It's another 5. It's a 5 under the 5. So we're definitely having to have patience, maybe with ourselves, maybe with the changes within, because there is major disruption happening that is going to create some changes that you may need to. You're trying to grow something here, because in the waiting game, the tree in here is flourishing, is growing new leaves, and the roots are down here. So there's definitely a growth or a new growth within you. Yeah, look at that. I want to take 2 cards there, because I feel like it's that one and that one. Wow, look at this. This week you need to trust your intuition, because nothing's going to make sense except how you feel, okay? And transformation. And that could be the disruption. Now I've got a very clear message for some of you. For those of you, there could be disruption because you are going through a massive transformation, because your intuition is telling you something. So to me, you've been holding off. You've been playing the waiting game as well, and unable to choose or know your direction. Because you've had a complete disruption in your foundations, your beliefs, your structure within yourself because of the transformation, the 4 endings, foundation, solid, 2, trusting my intuition, and setting a path, see? So what I've got here is, because you've had that such a transformative change, it is going to change your financial and material changes, your direction, your path. So your head was telling you something. Your logical head, your old foundation, your old beliefs, your old structures have been saying, no, this is how you do it. This is how you should do it. And your internal, your intuition is in direct conflict of that. So that's huge, and that's why I was probably drawn and felt I had to bring out a message for you. This morning, Monday morning, early. Okay. Yeah, harmony. It is definitely to do with relationships. Now that's very loving energy to me, but look, if you are happy in love, maybe it's just to do with your work, where you feel harmony with your work, but this is actually about relationships by the looks of it. The light, the hope. So they're saying when you go in this new direction, or this financial direction, or choose this path, it is called for some patience, whether you're leaving, going, changing. There is a patience asked for, and call in the light. We've got a 19, which is 10, 9 and 1's 10, which is a new beginning. So you do have hope. There is harmony, there is hope on this new change, on this new direction. Oh, wow. And then material harvest, under transformation, 9, completion. So you will make the decision. The cycle you're in will end, will change for you, and is changing. You can no longer stay in the current cycle that you are in, whether it's, head over heart, heart over, whatever it is. I'm getting head over heart. You've been unable to make a decision here. Material harvest means absolute completion. You will come out of this disruption, distorted, can't choose. The transformation's happening, and I can tell you it's going to be all intuition. Yep, your intuition will bring you triumph and success. So it's definitely an inner pull, an inner calling that will possibly make no sense at all to you or the people around you, or your foundations, or your beliefs, that's why we have this disruption. This is like a taking down. It was spiritual. It was definitely spiritual. There's a 7 card on this. Some of you may have had a spiritual awakening with a love relationship, and now you have to make a choice and decide. So we'll get a couple of tarot on this, because the messages come through very quick and very fast. So it's super clear what's going on here. Yep, look at this. Under choosing wisely, under the waiting game, about what your harmony is, or with a relationship, or relationship within yourself. Look at this, weighing up the pros and cons. You've really been looking into it. That's why we've got the patience card. You've been going deep. You've been weighing it up. But can you see he's writing a list? So he's been very in his head. And what's called for now is they're saying the harmony will come when you transform and actually go with your intuition and your heart, because this is all head here. There we go. Too much up in the head, too much thinking, too much planning, too many facts. We've all been guilty of that. The Magician, under hope, under financial and material changes and moving into those new paths and having the patience. Yeah, oh wow, this is so clear this morning. So the very first card was disruption, okay? And so the D, it's funny, it's in blocks. This person's in blocks and it's all disrupting and moving and dismantling. So definitely something you have been completely built on. I'd say that's a deep belief system or a way you do things. There's a transformation, your intuition's telling you there's material harvest. But what do we finish up with? The deceit and deception card. What was on top? Disruption. So somewhere you have been deceiving yourself, or you will see deception around people, places and situations this week, or we'll start this week and go for the next week or two. Generally, I do this energy for this, and that deception you see of people, places and situations, it could be within you or outer, work, home, family, connections, whatever, creates the disruption, the breakdown. Sometimes I see that combination there, and you are and it was to transform and make you click into your intuition. So you were looking at all the facts, or the pros or the cons, like how I do things, how I'm told, how my family, friends, how I've been brought up, my belief systems, my structures. This is what I'm looking at. Again, trying to make a decision and choose a path, which has a path I want to go on that brings me material wealth. And material wealth can be happiness, can be joy, can be connection. It doesn't have to be material, doesn't mean money. Okay? People hear that word and think money, but when we're materially wealthy, that means we feel happy, we feel joyful, we feel connected, and what's in alignment with our truth. Yeah, look at this, bottom of the deck. Yes, this week you may get bad news. You may not be happy. You may realize you're not happy. You may feel that you are built, or people are built on a false foundation, okay? But that's more internal. You were built on a false foundation, maybe too up in my head, maybe too stuck to old belief systems and patterns and the way things should be or look, or how we get things in life. There definitely is some deceit and deception around that, or the people you're around, or you're having an epiphany and a revelation, which is the transformation. And yes, unsuccessful, unhappy, maybe the deception is I am not around like-minded people. I am not around my group. And this, your intuition saying transform, move forward. That's where your material harvest will be. Now, there's no money pouring around this person, but look at them. They've got in front of them, they've got everything they wanted, everything that brings them, contentment, happiness, peace. There is a completion. There's a massive completion. So let's just I'm not going to make this super long because I think the message is pretty clear. It's definitely a revelation about where we're not happy, or where, and that could be someone with us, vice versa. But there's certainly been some deception, inner, outer, and it's created a huge disruption, a spiritual transformation or awakening. The Moon card, yeah, wow. I don't really need to go on much more with this reading. It is so super clear, because where you've been weighing it up, where you've been trying to get all the information, gather all the intel, do that, there is so much illusion and delusion, trickery, a heavy emotion, clouded by emotion, up in my head, analyzing, But to me, you know, to have the deceit and deception card followed by the moon card, that's illusion, delusion. What else is it? It's not seeing things as they truly are, or people or places as they truly are, because maybe you were too emotionally connected. But this is heavy, this is sadness. So it would be like being connected or hanging on to an old past or an old hurt or an old wound, or an old, let's say, relationship, because it's falling under the harmony card. And choosing wisely. You know, to me, we can be so deeply ingrained in that with our old belief systems and our old ways of doing and being, and then we have a massive disruption, an awakening that, you know, these aren't my people, places, situations, job, career, whatever. We have a massive transformation that brings a massive intuitive disruption to how we're built, how we function, how we have, you know, dismantling of really our identity. And that is the deceit and the deception, whether it's you and you around people. It actually works both ways when you go through that, so it makes sense. It's made you rethink everything. See, everything you've built, everything you've grown, it's been successful. It has been successful. It is secure, but you're like, there's more. There's more. I'm manifesting more. I'm ready to move on because I've got the transformation. And look at this. This is a message. This is a new beginning that you are meant to start. That's the transformation, the letting go of the deceit and the deception. And that could be around your belief systems, what you're built on, how you do things. And look at this. This is a new beginning sent to you by Spirit. So we call this our messenger. Whether you get an actual message from Spirit, intuitive message, because that's in the cards, or you hear a conversation, or you're told something, good or bad, you were meant to hear that through Spirit. Spirit wanted you to hear that, whether it's to activate you or deactivate you, you know, pull you away or motivate you, whatever, and something motivate you, whatever. Or it could be a text, an email, an invite, a message. But to me, it's a message that you need to hear about deceit, deception. You are not with the right people, or someone has been deceptive around you, or this is a message coming through that you possibly are not going to like, which shakes your foundation. It is. But guess what? Transformation, material harvest. It actually completes a cycle for you. And let's ask that. Let's ask, when you complete this cycle, what was the lesson? Why the disruption? Why the dismantling? Why this illusion, delusion, rethinking it, manifesting more, not around the right people, places, situations, career, job, whatever it is? Maybe you just lost in you, your identity. What do you get when you go through that dismantling and that disruption and that spiritual awakening of I'm not happy or around the right people, places, situations, career? Happiness, 10 of Cups. So the universe always has your back. It always has your back. Oh, are you ready? Are you ready? The Sun card on the 10 of Cups. And that's also to do with relationships. You in relationships, you getting a relationship, or you finding your happiness ever after, your job, your career, contentment, feeling content. Sun card, success. And what do we have over here? Choosing wisely about a relationship. All relationships. That can be relationships in anything. You're about to find it. You're about to have a transformation with a spiritual awakening. That's why the disruption and your intuition, it kind of brought it on, or that spiritual pull or awakening inside you. But you know, that's what I hear at the end, you know, the angel music. You see the light, the aha moment. Look, oh, there it is, coming through. Hello. That's 9. There's 1. New beginning, seeing the light, manifesting my new start, rethinking everything. There it is there, the sun card, the light, the success, the happiness, whatever this epiphany is, you are right. It is a good feeling. You will get success if you're worried about that. Look at this. Look at the healing, the coming together, relationships. Maybe you've healed an inner child issue. Maybe you've had to heal. But this is also something in the background, a relationship here that you may have not looked at or wanted, or I don't know. There's something, but there's a togetherness in the back here of 2 people. Together they heal each other. This is I heal you, you heal me. This is together we're abundant. Look at all these pentacles up here. It's beautiful. This is a coming of faith, loyalty, 10 of cups, happiness. This is why you're going through this week, because you haven't been able to do it. You've been stuck. You've been stubborn. You've been set in old ways, unwilling to listen to your intuition. Look at this person, unwilling to listen to their intuition. Stubborn, stuck. That's why we had to bring this in. That's why. It all makes sense in the end. It all makes sense. For you to move on, move forward, you have all your information. You can get all your tools, all your information, all your wisdom, you haven't, it's been a fear. It's been a fear, or you have been blocked somehow. And whatever's coming through for you, I think my camera just fell. Sorry if it's crooked. If you've been stuck, stubborn, this is someone not listening to their intuition and not wanting to and not being told. That has kept them stuck or blocked in fear from moving on. And that's why the universe this week, whatever message you get, will show you, will give you, a spiritual transformation. Your intuition's going to be hit like a lightning bolt. You've seen the light, and yep, it is. There's going to be a heavy or negative or unhappy or shocking or just deception. That can be just seeing something, oh my gosh, now I see this in a whole new light. You know, when you have that kind of shock moment. Or I just heard, for some people, oh my God, a shock moment. Somebody heard something or was told something. This is only for some of you. Some of you were told something or heard something by someone who really didn't know what they were talking about, or white lied you, or, how do I say this? They're good with words, telling you what you want to hear, not following through, trouble, drama, gossiping, secrets, manipulative way of talking, like nearly teenagers do, a bit of trickery, bit of deceit, bit of deception, bit of, when they're trying to kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Charm you, not trick you, but like in a charming way, like, this type of, and it is shocking. It is shocking. Or maybe you've done this, or someone's told you something you believed, and you've realized this person has no wisdom, nothing behind. They're young, they're a page, they're unevolved. It could be gossip, it could be malicious gossip with those 2 cards. Just a gossiper, just a troublemaker, someone who spreads things around because that will stir you up. So you have to defend yourself. You do have to fend for yourself or fend for yourself. There are swords or wands coming your way, wands from this unevolved person who likes to stir trouble, but it will bring an ending. It brings a 10 of swords, a completion of a cycle, which we've seen up here. Transformation, completion of a cycle, choosing a path, and looky here, we will move. It will motivate us. It's the thing that will move you to take action, and take action towards your passions, your hearts, your desires, a person, a relationship, a situationship, whatever it is for you. I was going to say something else there. Where you've been blocked, where you've been feared, where you've been stuck, where you were not listening to your intuition, where you were not moving on. So this happened. That's why the disruption is coming through. I think I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, see, ending and beginning. Death and rebirth, we've got it here. Ten of Swords, death and rebirth. And that can be seeing things in a whole new way, in a whole new perspective. Yeah, absolutely. Look, I am going to wrap it up because I'm starting to cycle now. This is sabotage, whether it was you or someone else, people working against you, not for you, not with you, which is what you're going to see here with the third party, or these are not my people. I thought they were on board with me. They're not. They're working against me, or we're just not the same. We're not the same. We don't function the same. Okay. And this is someone you've been dealing with. So the King of Pentacles is all about, oh, my camera's really falling. Sorry, guys. Just move it a little bit. So this is the King of Pentacles. Now, he's usually all about abundance. Now, remember, abundance isn't just money. It's joy. It's happiness. It's working together. It's building a solid foundation. It's being provided for. It's providing. You know, the King of Pentacles, male or female, they provide. The Queen of Pentacles is a provider, a giver, a worker, a hard worker, steadfast, puts in the effort, wants to build wealth for everyone, wants to build abundance for everyone, wealth of joy, wealth of money, wealth of security, of stability. And what you've realized is all those things are not happening with these people, places, and situations you are around. They are not happening. And this in reverse can be you are around very materialistic people. People who want to be provided for, who don't want to put in the work. See, this could be what I was talking about here, realizing, hang on, I'm working with someone here. This is just an example. I'm working with someone here who doesn't really want to put in the work. They're not really. They're faking that they're putting in the work, and maybe you've been falling for it. Maybe they've realized they're around people who are there to block them, stop them, sabotage them, not allow them to grow into their full abundance. Maybe you're around people that do not want you to be happy, do not want you to grow, do not want you abundant within yourself. Because when you're abundant within yourself, guess what? You are powerful. You are powerful, whether it is, and that's what I think you've seen the light about. Who makes me feel, who lets me step into the light, into my light? You know, abundance is people who support your dreams, your goals, and put in the work and the effort, and vice versa. But let's say you may realize you're around people that bring you down, that stop you, that stop your progress. You might say, hey, I want to be an astronaut. And they're like, you can't be an astronaut. Why would you do that? Because they don't believe in astronauts. I know that was a bad example, but you get what I'm saying. It's early in the morning. So I don't want to put any, anyway, you are going to know who this is. Maybe you've had the revelation and the epiphany that you've been putting in work, a lot of work, getting nowhere with someone or something, or they're taking, or they're not giving and they're not providing, or maybe they're expecting that from you with no return. You will be able to play, that's why I give examples, you will be able to place this where it fits for your individual situation, but you will know who that is. And yet, it's not nice, but you know what? It's the biggest transformation of your life, the biggest dismantling of you that your intuition has been trying to get you to do, which you were refusing to do. And they're bringing you this because material harvest, 9, completion of a cycle. And what do you get? Happiness, Ten of Cups, success, healing. You get the light, the epiphany, what you've been asking. Look at that, that's what you've been asking for. You're going to get what you've been asking for. That's what I'm actually going to name this. Okay, thanks guys. Hit that like button. I hope this helps. Okay, take care. Bye.